This is one of the biggest mistakes, in my view, with a marketing agency, and it's probably cost me between $10 and $50 million in the past 12 years because I didn't follow this advice. And I based the $10 to $50 million because I have built and exited 3 agencies, but they would have just been so much bigger and had so much more enterprise value in a sale if I had followed this advice, basically. So the advice to not waste your time is you should always have your agency inside of a niche instead of being an agency with a service. And what do I mean by that? It's basically you want to be a marketing agency for cleaning companies rather than a marketing agency that does Facebook ads. Even though you might generate leads for a cleaning company with Facebook ads, it is a very important distinction. And there are at least 3 reasons that I think this is true. And I'm going to do it in kind of an important order. So the first one is that when you're doing something like, we're going to stick with this example, Facebook ads for commercial cleaning companies, unless you have the rest of the lead gen funnel in place kind of by chance, your Facebook ads aren't going to really do much. So if you're just running Facebook ads, their website's terrible. They have no landing page. They have no offer. They have no thank you page or form or email flows or Google reviews or X, Y, and Z. Or Facebook ads aren't really going to do anything. So that is a very, very important distinction because I coach about 450 clients per month who have agencies right now. And one of the biggest things that I try to tell them, especially the ones who are more on the beginner side, is that keeping with this example, Facebook ads for cleaning companies is not a good niche. Like, we need to, instead of doing that, do lead gen for cleaning companies. And that includes all of what I said before with the Facebook ads, the Google ads, the landing page, the site, the SEO, the Google reviews, the email flows, the offer. And we want to do this because it's just not going to work if they don't have that stuff in place. We want to take the whole system, and that's part of number 2. We want to build the lead generation system for X niche that works every single time in every city, in every country, across the entire globe. And you just cannot do that when you are just specializing in a service like Facebook ads, because there's a lot of things besides Facebook ads, and that's just an example, remember, that go into success with lead generation. And unless you can control every single one of those factors, it's just not going to work for you in the way that you need it to build a repeatable system, to hire and train employees, to deliver consistent results so you can just get tons and tons of referrals. It's just not going to work that way. So we need to have the system that works every time. So think of it this way. If you were the marketing agency for commercial cleaners, you had the Facebook ad creatives, you had the cold email scripts, you had the content ideas, you had the email nurture flows, you had the website template that was pre-optimized for SEO, you had the landing page and the thank you page templates, you have the sales training, you have the sales presentation, you have all of the contracts, you have all of the basically job descriptions for hiring, you have all the hiring for their team. Now you are just the growth agency for commercial cleaning companies. If you have all of this stuff and it works in a city like New York, you could just go take it to Atlanta, you could take it to LA, to Vegas, to whatever city you want, Salt Lake City, Minneapolis, any state in between, any city, state. You swap the city name, New York for Atlanta, you find a client in Atlanta, you do it again, you swap it for Memphis, you sign a client in Memphis, then to Tampa, then to Miami, and you just know that that system works every single time, and you just keep repeating it over and over, copy and pasting, thinking more like your agency is a factory than an agency. And that does a few things. It guarantees you're going to get the result every time because it's the same thing, just copy and pasted, and you know it works to start with. 2, you're going to have a lot higher margins because all of your hiring, all of your training, all of your marketing, all of that kind of stuff is going to be tailored just to that. You are going to, because you're focusing on this niche, commercial cleaning in this video, you are going to basically be able to invest in technology and AI tools and all that kind of stuff to do the work for you and to fulfill just as good, or if not better, than a VA or even a American employee will do in a fraction of the time and cost. Whereas if you're just a Facebook ad agency and you just do Facebook ads for e-commerce stores, which are all different and have almost no learnings in between the two, and it's just never really going to get better at fulfilling that service, like you just couldn't invest and you couldn't tailor everything in that situation like you can with this. And the third reason, so the first reason to recap was you need to do this because without all of the overall steps of the lead generation funnel, the service is not going to work. And then number two, you find the system that does work every single time and you just copy and paste it, leading to high margins, great client results, and just kind of an easy life, super high conviction because you know it works. And now for the third and final reason, because you are instead of one of a billion, kind of an exaggeration, but 1 in 10,000 Facebook ad agencies, where, okay, do these do Facebook ad agencies for commercial cleaning? What's the difference? They say, oh, they'll do Facebook ads. I don't even know. Now it's, okay, who's the best commercial cleaning company? You have all the money. You have all the reviews. You're going to show up first in Google as opposed to, 10 billion search results for Facebook ad agency. It's going to be much easier for you to dominate the mind space of your target market as the number one commercial cleaning agency than even a Facebook ad agency that specializes in commercial cleaners. Much easier to dominate your mind space, much easier to dominate search results, to get referrals, all of that kind of stuff versus you're a Facebook ad agency. So if you're a beginner, think about this and think about doing it right in this way from day one. I wish I did. And if you are a veteran, so to speak, I'm not saying you should tear down your entire business overnight to do this, but you should try to see what your most profitable clients are, which ones you could get the most results for, and which ones are the most profitable. And hopefully those three things interact with each other and overlap to where you can narrow it down to a particular niche, and then don't get rid of your clients, but from now on, just only get clients from there and all of that kind of stuff. So this is really what I wish someone told me, because I would have probably made $10 to $50 million more in the same amount of time as I am doing now, which doesn't bother me. I don't think about it except when I'm talking about it in a video like this. I have quite enough, to be honest. But it's just something that is interesting and something that I wish more people would think about and just go for, instead of trying to do a service one, like I do email marketing, or I do Facebook, or I do SEO. Do this and you're going to make a lot more money easier and have a less stressful operations doing it. Hope this was helpful.